The next example is going to talk about how to determine if a number is odd or even. And oftentimes I get asked, why do we want to use the modulus operator? And this is a perfect example. So the modulus operator, remember, returns the remainder from long division. So modulus returns the remainder. So if I want to determine if, for example, if I do 4 divided by 2, then my remainder for that is 0. And actually, if I have any even number, if I take 20 divided by 2, then my remainder is 0. So you guys know automatically if a number ends in an even or 0, it's going to be an even number, okay? And so if I divide by 2, I should say that if I divide by 2, any number that's divisible by 2 is going to be an even number, and divisible by means that it has a remainder of 0. And so that's what modulus tests here. So if I want to test to see if the remainder is 0, I use modulus. So num modulus 2, if it is equal to 0, we know it's even. And then if it doesn't equal 0, then we know that it's odd. So I'm testing to see if a number is even or odd. So if I run the code and I input a number, it will determine whether it's even or odd. This could also be used to determine divisibility of any number. So if I enter 24, it's even. Run the code again and input a odd. We'll input 17, and it tells me that it is odd. Okay, this also shows you what I would call it's echoing, like the input, like it says 17 is odd. This is a good way to format your output, meaning it's better to say this than just say odd or even. Like it's specifically telling me, the user, what it's testing. And in order to do that, please take a look at their output statement here. So they see out, and then they have the number, and then they have is even with a /n for a return. Okay, and they're using the separators. Those of you that are used to Java, this is just like concatenating strings in Java with a plus sign, but instead of the plus sign we use the less than symbol there. Okay, taking this program just a little bit further, if I wanted to check divisibility of any number, enter an integer and I will tell you if it is, and I could say divisible by, let's say, 5. All I have to do is to change the 2 to a 5, and then as long as I input anything that's divisible by 5, it's going to have a remainder of 0, and I did not change the output, so the output's not going to be correct. So then I would say, should have said 25 is a multiple of 5, or 25 is divisible by 5 as an example. Okay, so you can also use that little odd even trick to check divisibility of any number.